As you can see here, I'm standing on the Cardo Maximus, the main north-south road of Gerasa, or Jerash as it's known nowadays. The wind noise was terrible, so the actual recording we took at the time didn't work at all. But nonetheless, I was talking about how Gerasa was one of the cities of the Roman Decapolis, a league of cities in Roman Syria that banded together. They're all notable because of their Greek constitutions and their use of Greek and Roman architecture, Greek and Roman political forms, and they characterised themselves as Greek cities, and they built these magnificent structures that you can see, some of the best examples of Roman architecture anywhere in the Roman world. This is the southern theatre of Jerash. As you can see, it would have seated several thousand people. Up the front you can see what's called the orchestra, which is the flat area in the middle where the chorus used to sing and dance. And then behind them is the stage itself and the skinophrons, which is basically the building you can see there, which was used as a backdrop for the performances that took place here. Fun fact, this is a theatre. These kind of structures are often called amphitheatres, but an amphitheatre is actually one that has seats all the way around, like the Colosseum in Rome. So this one technically is a theatre. This was built by the Romans, or during the Roman rule, when Jerash was one of the cities of the Decapolis. This is the Temple of Artemis, which is the main temple in Gerasa, or Jerash as we know it now. All of these major Roman and Greek cities had several pagan temples, but there was always one that there was a particular patron god or goddess of the city, and in the case of Gerasa, that was Artemis, so this is her temple here. This is the North Theatre. Gerasa was not content to have just one theatre. Apparently they thought they needed two, and so they have one at either end of the town. This is the Cardo Maximus, the main street of ancient Gerasa. Right up there we can see the tetrapylon and then the arch right at the end of the street. This would have originally been lined with shops and offices and shrines all along its whole length behind the columns. We're at Ajlan Castle in northern Jordan, and this is the remains of a Muslim era castle that was built basically to defend against the Crusaders. So it was originally built by the Ayyubids, flattened by the Mongols, and then rebuilt by the Mamelukes, all in the medieval period. It's in a remarkable state of preservation nowadays, but as you can see, it's got some impressive fortifications, and as we pan around you'll see there's a fantastic view from here. You could certainly use it to stop anybody you didn't want moving around. Right in the middle of downtown Amman, the capital of Jordan, you'll find this magnificent Roman theatre, because Amman is another one of those cities that's had several different identities over the years. And during the Roman period, it was Philadelphia, one of the cities of the Decapolis. We've already looked at a couple of those. And one of the main remains here that you can see is this huge theatre in very good condition. Over this way, we see the entrance to the Odeon, which is a small theatre. And if you turn around behind us, you can see Citadel Hill. You can see that row of stonework along the top. That's the Citadel, the high place of Amman. Once that was Rabbath Ammon, the capital of the Ammonites, mentioned in the Old Testament. Although there's not a whole lot to see up there on the Citadel Hill. Nonetheless, it's interesting to know the city's got all that history. We're standing at Mount Nebo. We just started our drive down the King's Highway on our way to Petra. This is our first stop. This is the place that the Bible tells us that Moses saw the Promised Land from just before he died. On our way to Petra, we've stopped off at the Crusader Castle of Karak, which you can see around you, and I've got a few other video clips to show you what it looks like here. Pretty amazing place. If you've ever seen the movie Kingdom of Heaven, this is the castle that was the stronghold of Renaud de Chatillon. I mean, I know there's quite a few things that they didn't exactly get right in that movie, but the fact that Renaud was a fairly unpleasant person, I think, is a historical fact. But it's interesting to be in his castle, which was used as a Crusader stronghold till Saladin captured it in 1187, and then it was a Muslim castle after that. Well, we made it to Petra and we discovered that we have a room upgrade. So it's possibly the most massive bed I've ever seen. All done up very nicely. And yeah, it's a lovely room. It's actually the government guest house that I stayed in 35 years ago. We were given a chalet with balcony as our upgrade. So it's improved significantly in the 35 years since I was last here. It was quite basic back then, but you can see you've got all these lovely chalet units here, and it's right by the entrance to Petra. So we'll enjoy the next 4 nights here, and we'll be heading into Petra in the morning.